The busy freeways of Los Angeles, a hallmark of this sprawling metropolis. And nothing.
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed. Something special, David. Thanks. So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Richardson. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. And for Los Angeles, they've got Jackson. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's George in at the 2-guard spot.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Leonard kicks to George. And the teams we're seeing tonight, Steve, they have very deep rotations.
And Kevin, when you can go maybe 10 deep, it keeps your locker room happy. It also protects your team against injuries sinking a season.
And that one drops.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And we know once he gets in the rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop.
George. Leonard, the pass to Zubac. Outside for Jackson. The 3 from George. Kleber with the rebound. And here are the Mavericks now. Here's Richardson. It's good. And he makes his first shot of the game.
He's comfortable attacking in the painted area. Josh Richardson is using his size to make it look easy.
And a deep 3 from George. And the dunk by Zubac.
Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up. And Doncic, here we go.
And when you want Doncic, he's one of those guys who kind of just slithers around until he finds an opening, and then bam.
George passes to Jackson. And here's Leonard from 3. Mavericks with the rebound. Richardson outside. And he makes good on the layup. Richardson's got his second basket of the night.
Impressive start here. That's 5 straight makes to start the game.
Now coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
Clippers moving the ball around. Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Leonard. Outside, Batum. George, that's a 2-pointer. Clock at 4. Porzingis comes with the double team. And it's George missing.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Richardson gets a wide open look. Connects from 3-point range. Richardson's got 7 points.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Pass to Batum. Outside, George to stop the run. And the 3-ball is good. He's got 5.
Though he doesn't show a lot of expression, PG-13 is ultra competitive. Claps back from distance.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Powell, he's checked in for Maxi Kleber. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. J.J. Redick's checked in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. And the Clippers making a switch here. George is checked in. The Mavericks also with a sub. Cauley Stein's checked in. Rondo passes to Oturu. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Brunson against Rondo. Puts it up. Powell, that's good.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
And here's George for 3. Redick passes to Cauley Stein. Count it.
This is just one of many areas where Redick has improved, reading the floor and finding his guys for good, quality shots.
Pass to Rondo. Back to George. And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley Stein, a presence defensively.
Here's Powell, and plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. There's the foul against the Clippers. Dallas shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Clippers trail by 9. Morris looking over the floor. A three-pointer, no good. The Mavericks have gone 8 of 8. What a hot start for them. Hardaway dishes to Cauley Stein. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
This has been a beatdown right here, possibly over before it began.
George. And that time, also a missed shot.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
And after just one. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a comfortable margin for the Mavericks here, guys.
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
And that has helped them build an advantage here, playing with good focus and good energy.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for the Mavericks, Jalen Brunson out there with J.J. Redick. Then there's Hardaway. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Cauley Stein in at the center, filling out the middle. And here is Cauley Stein. Redick for 3. Morris with the rebound. Clippers trail by 13. Here's Leonard. The layup off target.
He's been scoreless for a while now. They're still trailing here. They might want to move to some other options offensively.
That one, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Outside Rondo. To the inside. And the basket by Oturu.
Obviously, Rondo's main priority is to dish the rock. When you're open, he'll get it to you.
Brunson the pass to Powell. Back to Brunson. Rondo with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. And Morris throws it down.
And that's how they're going to trim this lead. Play tough D, force some turnovers, and then push it in transition.
To the wing right side. Now here's Cauley Stein. Guarded closer. And he overdid it there. Too much force. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call. So both teams changing it up here.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Well, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important, and then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well, to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point. Yep, that one goes in there. Porzingis has got 6.
I mean, every time down the floor, this is what you're trying to do. find the right matchup.
Patterson finds Zubac. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Porzingis.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
George is checked in for the Clippers. And he sinks the second. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Jackson against Doncic. And the pass to Porzingis. Count the basket. Porzingis has got the lead up to 14 now for the Mavs.
And a little contact won't go a long way against Porzingis. What a display of physicality.
Zubac the pass to George. Now here's Kennard. He's tightly guarded. Just 5 on the clock. Down low. George with the bucket.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Promising start for Luke Kennard. End up missing extended minutes with injuries. Hopefully, he can stay healthy this go-around.
That one falls. And the Mavericks lead by 14.
And already in his career, Doncic displays a remarkable amount of pro moves, including that floater right there.
George, that's a 2-pointer. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
Woo, the defense gets away with a late rotation. That's a shot he normally makes.
Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. And here's George for 3.
He's had a tough time getting it going, and he's put this team behind the 8 ball.
And he gets it to go. Richardson's got 5 points now this quarter.
He's been a big factor in their offense tonight, making shot after shot.
Jackson passes to George. George missing again.
In this first half, he has really fallen in love with the 3. So far, not paying dividends.
Porzingis can't hit. Clippers trail by 18.
Got to run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yes, you do, but it's a dilemma. If you get a great look earlier in the clock, do you take it?
First trip to the line for him here.
And 88 from the line a season ago. He was one of the best shooters in the league.
The consummate team player, Paul George, is an excellent leader, and he's cool to let others lead also.
Hardaway with a wide open look. So as we conclude the first half, so far.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to it was all about Dallas as the game got going. Tenacious on both ends of the floor. They took and that
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. We've seen Josh Richardson really having a great game.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Batum in at the 4. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
And guys, the intelligence is evident. When the pick comes, Doncic often makes the right read.
Pass to George. Goes up on the wing. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these 2 teams in that area. Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
Here's George. An easy 2 points on the layup. George has got 5 points in the quarter.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Here's Doncic. Lays it up off the glass.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
George against Richardson. Left side, George. Mavericks leading by 17. And Doncic, here we go. And yes, it's good. Doncic has got 12 points in the game.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
George passes to Batum. Off target with his three. The Mavericks have gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. And Zubac picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. A big group substitution here for the Clippers. Patterson, he's checked in for Zubac. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for George. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Then for the Mavericks, Hardaway's checked in for Josh Richardson, and it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Rondo passes to Patterson, stolen by Brunson. To the paint, wants to get it to Doncic, and does. Good! Doncic has got 10 points in just the second half.
And with good length and athleticism, Doncic not only gets to the rim, but boy, can he finish.
Pass to Leonard. Back to Rondo. Can they get it? And the layup is good.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
On the wing, Hardaway. To the wing on the left. Here's Brunson. The shot misses, and it's the Clippers taking it the other way. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Dwight Powell's checked in for Porzingis, and J.J. Redick is subbed in for Luka Doncic. Leonard, that's for two. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Terrific score there off the miss by Morris. Doesn't get a ton of offensive rebounds, but making that one count.
Brunson the pass to Powell. Out left to the wing. Hardaway from outside. He's off on that one.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
Rondo wide open. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Here's Powell. Shoots over Patterson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
And the Clippers making a change here. Mann's checked in. And Patterson kicks to Leonard. That one no good. So the Mavericks will take it the other way.
You want to talk about ugly? This team is losing, partly because he hasn't drained a shot all night.
And so the ball's out of bounds. Powell touched it last. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Leonard. Clippers trail by 19. Rondo scanning the floor. Here's Patterson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You have to like the way Patterson can bait defenders into a foul. Very crafty.
It's his first trip to the line.
And last season, he was successful 81% of the time when he went to the line, so he didn't waste a lot of opportunities.
Josh Richardson's checked in for Jalen Brunson. The Mavericks shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. First free throw is good.
I mean, a ferocious athlete. Josh Richardson has also proven to be a terrific 3-and-D guy.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And the whistle blows as the basket counts. And a 3-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. The Clippers have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6. Mavericks leading by 15. Richardson with it. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Yet another one by Richardson. If you got somebody that's going good, give him free reign and let him roll.
Morris passes to Oturu. Out to Morris, over Hardaway. Back to Morris. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper.
And this is in Morris's wheelhouse right here. Extremely fluid with the catch and release.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Very unselfish. If you appreciate teamwork, this is the kind of play that will get you up out of your seat.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. On the floor for Dallas, they've got Dwight Powell. J.J. Redick is out there with Josh Richardson. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney Smith in at the power forward. Pass to Jackson. To the middle. And the basket by Oturu. Oturu's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Clippers. Dallas leading by 13. Richardson outside. Fires high post. Powell kicks to Hardaway. A three-pointer is right on target. Hardaway has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. To the right side. Here's Morris. Mavericks with the rebound.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Powell, that's good. You know, when you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney Smith is tough, and, Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year, more efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls, and I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney Smith is a guy you can win with.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Porzingis comes in for Dwight Powell, and Doncic is subbed in for J.J. Redick. Porzingis passes to Richardson. Doncic dishes to Hardaway. To the inside. 4 on the shot clock. That's good from Doncic on the assist by Porzingis.
You know, as ice cold as he was in the first half, that's how hot he has been since the break. No one can match up with him right now.
Leonard on the wing. The pass to Zubac. They need this. And it's Leonard missing.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
All you see is a lot of frustration. Someone needs to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for the Mavericks.
And it just seems when Doncic turns it on, it's a sight to see. Incredible at scoring in a variety of ways.
And here's Leonard from 3. It's rebounded by Doncic. Mavericks have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Porzingis can't hit.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Sure. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Richardson.
The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Nicolo Melli comes in for Maxi Kleber. Burke, he's checked in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Mavericks.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Luka Doncic.
He really played at his preferred pace, never let adjustments by the defense speed him up or slow him down.
Mann passes to Patterson. Here's Mann. Clippers moving the ball around. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And when you're trying to cut into a lead, you can ill afford mistakes like that.
You know what it is, a lack of concentration. That's a momentum killer.
Passes it to Marjanovic. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. That's on Patrick Patterson.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. George with the bucket.
And you gotta like that they found something positive here, something that maybe carry overs into the next game.
They put together some great possessions here at the end. It's a shame they could have used this run much earlier.
Marjanovic, no good. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Los Angeles. Here's George. And the layup's good off the glass.
Great hustle by Paul, using his speed in the open court. And then, of course, he's an excellent finisher.
Now here's Brunson. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And so here are the Clippers. The shot by George, wide open, but he recovers it. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. This, David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. Here are the Nuggets unloading from the team bus earlier on, anxious to get down. And the injury report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. We've got Gordon. Will Barton is out there with Murray. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Jokic in at center. And for the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point guard.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a Finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons. Goes there, wins the MVP and the championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story. Well, you see the improvement in terms of high-level playmaking, a great understanding of all the offensive scheme that Kawhi Leonard possesses.
Now, here's Jokic. Gordon trying to break loose, and that one's good. Jokic.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Batum passes to Jackson. Jackson is doubled. Here's Batum. It's hauled in by Jokic.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Leonard finds Jackson. Now here's Zubac. Batum with the ball. Now guarded by Porter. Here's George. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Barton right side, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
Out of nowhere, Gordon just soaring in there, and that athleticism carries him straight to the hoop.
From deep, George. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first two attempts. Now 1 for 3. Nuggets have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Murray kicks to Barton. Over George, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Patterson, he's checked in for the Clippers. Rondo comes in for Reggie Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. Murray dishes to Barton. With the shot. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
A little bit of hustle, a little bit of energy. Jokic right now pounding the offensive glass and not quitting on these possessions.
Here's George. Got a hand on it.
His touch has left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
Leonard with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. George with the ball. George. And it's Denver with the rebound. Jokic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Passes it to Barton. Jokic inside. He's covered by Rondo. And Jokic gets it to go. The assist by Barton. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now. And in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble from 3 and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
Yeah, when Rondo gets motivated, and we've seen that now for a good stretch, he's as valuable as it gets.
Luke Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers.
And with what we saw in the bubble, Murray has clearly elevated his game. Showed that he could be a #1 option on offense. I mean, his output was an incredible part of that run for the Nuggets.
Here is Rondo. Bull making his last shot. Rondo passes to Patterson. Another shot. He takes it up and lays it in.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
Campazzo, he's covered by Rondo. Here's McGee, pass to Dozier. Now Millsap. Knocks it loose. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Morris finds Kennard. Now here's Patterson. Out to Morris. 5 to shoot. The pass to Patterson. Stolen by McGee. This one for 3.
A good defender, the wingspan and timing Rondo has on defense sometimes can beat this.
Jokic firing on all cylinders for the Denver Nuggets. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. We've got more in.
This game, it's
Greg, you know this. It takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So on the floor for Denver, we've got Paul Millsap. JaMychal Green is out there with JaVale McGee. Then there's Jamal Murray. Ball's knocked loose. Rondo kicks to Patterson. Pass to Morris. The 3. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession.
I know people can't see you, but you're doing what I'm doing. Scratching your head to that turnover.
Denver making a switch here. The Nuggets leading by 5. Passes to McGee. From the stripe. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Rondo drives in. Basket good.
Right now, Rondo just cutting through there with not much effort, and the speed took over.
Feeds it to Bull. Good on the bucket. Bull's got the lead up to 7 now for the Nuggets.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Outside Rondo. Down low. Here's Patterson. Out to Morris. From deep. That one's not going to go. And it's Denver the other way. Campazzo. He's covered by Rondo. Campazzo. Pass to McGee. Tries again. Inside. Tries again. Here's Dozier. It's hauled in by the Clippers. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Patterson can't get it to go.
That's not going to make you a favorite target of your teammates. They'll think twice about feeding you if you're going to keep missing layups.
And it's out of bounds to the Nuggets as Denver retains possession. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. A different look for Denver. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Barton passes to Jokic. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Zubac. Kennard with the ball. Now guarded by Barton. Zubac against Gordon. Outside Batum. Back to Zubac. And stolen by Gordon. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. Here's Barton. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. And the Nuggets lead by 9.
Porter Jr. moving the ball well. Nice to have a wing player help to be a facilitator.
Here's George. Scores for only the second time tonight. Now 2 for 6 from the field.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Jackson against Murray.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. And that one goes out of bounds. It's touched by Porter.
Man, if you're going to grab it, grab that thing. He just lazily reaches out for that, and the result is it's deflected right off of his hand.
From deep, George. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Now just a 2-point Nugget lead.
Paul George showing his offensive confidence right there, just letting that one go as soon as it touches his hands.
Gordon fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Exploiting the opposing defense in the paint here. That they've set up shop down in there this second quarter, and boy, are they cashing in.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Green's checked in.
And there's no question that Gordon is a talented player, and it's clear he wants to be a star in this league.
Kennard against Barton. And the basket by Oturu.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
And Murray's got the ball here for the Denver Nuggets. Jokic finds Barton. Back to Jokic. That shot missing. And the Clippers will come the other way. There's the pass to George. And they pick up 2.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Barton passes to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Well, Will Barton always going full speed. That time finds a bullet pass to a teammate.
Clippers trail by 3. George with the ball. He's got 10. Pass to Oturu. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
Yeah, I didn't think there was a pass available there for Paul George, but he spots that small crease, he fires the ball through it, and he gets it to his open man.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been... All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2. The first quarter was all about Nikola Jokic. He had 10 points. Well, what can you say about Super? And that.
Then I'm about to pass it off like it's a rally, yeah. I mean, we been 150 on the rolling around my.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. One of the stories here, Jokic getting it done today.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
We've got Reggie Jackson. Atuma's out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Oturu in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you've played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. Fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious. They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Murray dishes to Barton. Gordon, the pass to Jokic. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big man. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
And I like that from Murray. Not an extra dribble. Get the ball to the open teammate right away.
90 seconds now into the second half. George double-teamed. To the inside. Here's Zubac. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Zubac has got the lead up to 2 now for Los Angeles. Murray against Zubac. And the basket by Gordon. Gordon's got 10.
And there's just so much athleticism to Gordon's game. Good luck trying to contain him inside.
And the foul on Jamal Murray. That's foul number 2 for him. So both teams making some changes here. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. And stolen by Bull. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Here's McGee. Here's Dozier. Outside for Millsap. Second chance shot. It's deflected. 5 on the clock. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Good on the triple. And the Nuggets lead by 3.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
And Leonard has it in the corner. Back to Rondo. Passes it to Oturu. McGee with the block. And he gets it back. Second shot opportunity. The Nuggets leading by 3. Kicks it to McGee. The shot comes out. The Clippers go the other way with it. Leonard finds Morris. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Campazzo. Goal, the pass to McGee. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
The Nuggets have gone 2 for 3 at the foul line in this game.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers. Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Rondo kicks to Kennard. And there's a minute 45 left in the third quarter of the game.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
2 points. That one goes.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Over to the wing. Rondo. Oturu, the pass to Kennard. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Here's the Nuggets now with the ball. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. From downtown, it's hauled in by Los Angeles. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And Leonard puts it up from deep 3. Morris kicks to Leonard. Morris into the lane. Patterson passes to Morris. Stolen by Gordon. And another fast break opportunity for Denver. Here we go. Dishes to Green. It's stolen by Rondo. Patterson with it. Now Green defending. All going up court. Count that one. Leonard's got his first bucket of the night.
Very easily could have been an and one there. Leonard takes the contact and still maintains the focus to make the score.
Campazzo, he's covered by Rondo. Martin in the corner. On the wing, Gordon. Shot clock at 6. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Fires from deep. And with the rebound. Here's Leonard. The shot, no good. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. The Nuggets on top, up by 4. We'll be back shortly. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. The Nuggets leading by 4. And Denver will start the fourth quarter with. Cole is out there with JaVale McGee. Then there's Paul Millsap. And it's Dozier in at the 2-guard position. He feeds it to McGee. Pass to Dozier. From the top of the key. The Clippers grab the miss.
There's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
And stolen by Bull. Here we go, one-on-one. Shot from 12. The offensive rebound. It's good on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
George against Millsap. And George kicks to Patterson. George passes to Patterson over Millsap. Here's George. JaVale McGee grabs the miss. McGee's got 5 rebounds tonight. Campazzo, guarded by Jackson. Here's Bull. No one on him, and he makes the easy one. And it's an 8-point Nugget lead.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Here's George, and then George with the jam.
Paul George dunk contest, maybe a little over, but I love to see him get up.
The pass to Dozier. The feed to Bull. Lays it up and banks it in. Bull's got 4 points in the quarter.
Coaching staff would like some more shots from that range.
Millsap against George. Here's man, Patterson. Up again. It's rebounded by Dozier. And pushing it up, here's Denver. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Barton finds Gordon. And here's Jokic. Shoots over Zubac. And Jokic gets it to go. The assist by Gordon. Jokic has got the lead up to 10 now for the Nuggets. George against Barton. Pass to Zubac. Unloads from 9. It's good.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Murray with the bounce pass. Jokic kicks to Murray. Denver passing it around. Porter looking it over. Murray the pass to Gordon. Here's Jokic, and Jokic slams it in.
Jokic feeling it, not much the D can do right now. He's in a great rhythm and is exploding offensively.
And here's George for 3. And it's Denver with the rebound. Jokic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Barton, wide open, he fires, but they recover it. Murray the pass to Jokic. Outside, Porter. In the corner, Murray with it. The Nuggets get it back in a new 14. Stolen by Jackson. Morris dishes to Leonard. Releases from the wing and drills it.
This is where all the extra hours of practice come into play. Leonard couldn't be more in sync on that catch and shoot.
Murray the pass to Jokic. He dishes it to Barton. Back to Jokic. From deep 3-point range, another miss by Jokic.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And it's short. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Leonard finds Batum. Off target from outside. Here's the Nuggets with the ball. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Knocked loose. Jackson deciding where to go with it. To the middle. Here's Zubac. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Now catching the lead pass at full speed, terrific anticipation, and the delivery on time, on target.
Murray outside. Puts up a three. So the Nuggets win it. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I said
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And just about to get underway as the starting five. Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Star players move around more.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 down low. And for the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac, and it's George in at the 2 spot. Now here's Powell.
Nice interior defense. Can't give him any space inside or he'll burn.
To the paint. And there's Paul George on the assist by Batum.
A guy with George's focus can shrug off the contact. He won't let the defender disrupt his rhythm.
McCollum with the ball. The putback. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Now here's Jackson. George looking around. And the shot is good.
Nice play by George. This is what size on the wing gives you, the option to pick your spot anywhere on the floor.
Nurkic finds Lillard. Back to Nurkic. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Kept alive. Here's Zubac. Kicks it out to Leonard. Pass to George. Over McCollum. That doesn't go either for George.
Oh, he did everything right there except hit the shot.
Pass to Powell. Misses off the left iron. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Snatched up. Leonard the pass to Jackson. And Leonard gets it to go.
And that's the activity on the offensive glass they like to see out of Kawhi. When he's in full hustle mode, they're a much stronger team.
Now here's Lillard. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Yep, it counts.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
Yeah, the defender just couldn't quite close the gap all the way. He got burned for it.
Here's George. Now Jackson. Pass to Zubac. Poked away. Outside for Batum. Clippers moving the ball around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Leonard gets it to go. Greg, as a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot. And, you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to is really paramount.
Now, with all the intensity he plays with, boxing him out is a chore, a tough one.
McCollum outside. We've got 1:18 left here in the first quarter. Lillard against Jackson. Lillard the pass to Nurkic. Kicks it out to Lillard. And it's off from three-point range. And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. And Leonard gets it to go.
Oh, and when there's an open man, Jackson finds him, making it look very easy.
Lillard outside. Down low, here's Covington, and the dunk by Covington.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
McCollum against George. Leonard attacking, and the officials call him for a 3-second violation. So it's both teams making substitutions here. The Trailblazers have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. And there's the pass to Simons. To the inside. Kicks it out to Jones. Pass to Simons. Unable to get that one. Good D by Rondo. Kennard, the pass to Rondo. Morris outside. Leonard inside. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Clippers lead by 1. We'll be back. And before the game, we ran into Damian Lillard, who touched upon.
What we've learned is staying together.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers, guys.
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Well, setting the pace early, aggressive mind state. I love their approach so far.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. We've got C.J. McCollum. Anthony is out there with Derek Jones. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in at the 1. Clippers leading by 3. Here's Mann. And it's Patterson finishing it off.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
The coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy baskets like this.
Here's Simons. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Oh, this is the kind of ball movement they want to get from Kanter. Scan the floor, and when you spot the open man, get it to him.
Mann passes to Patterson. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Jones looking for an opening. Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Rondo passes to Patterson. And it's Patterson finishing it off.
Talk about an advanced distributor. I mean, there's passes that point guards can make, and there's passes that Rajon Rondo can make.
And here's McCollum. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. That one good for 2.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Morris against Anthony. Fires from the wing. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Mann's got the lead up to 5 now for the Clippers.
I love his work ethic, not to mention his hands. You need both to convert those tip-ins.
Here's Kanter. Anthony nowhere around. They get the rebound. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Outside Rondo. He feeds it to Patterson. From 8 feet away, he drops it in. Patterson's got 8 here in the quarter.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Simons, the pass to Kanter. Yep, that one goes.
Yeah, plenty of power behind Kanter's inside moves. Helps him overcome whatever D he encounters.
Rondo looking around. Patterson, that's good.
And we all know what can happen when this fella gets hot. And guys, he is hot.
Here's Simons. He's covered by Rondo. It's good on the putback.
I mean, it took him a long time to get into the flow of the game, but the points are starting to come for him now.
Passes to Mann. Patterson up top. And And, folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to have a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And, guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Portland also making some changes. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Derek Jones. Norman Powell comes in for C.J. McCollum. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simon. And it's Paul George with the finish.
And putting his explosive athleticism on full display there. George is capable of some highlight reel dunks.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. This is his first free throw of the game. And that one misses.
And one thing you talk about with Lillard, great at all times, but absolutely lethal in the clutch.
And he's good on the second. 16 seconds left to play in the first half. Powell against George. Pass to Zubats. Back to George. Good on the shot.
And look how quick on the draw George is. The moment he's got the ball, he's in motion for the shot.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot two. And he makes both free throws. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They ended the period holding on. And
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Patrick Patterson, he's really playing well.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Bringing the physicality. I mean, they kept working it to him, and he kept delivering.
We've got Reggie Jackson. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George, and it's Leonard in at the three. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Lillard attacking, kicks to Nurkic. McCollum outside. Leonard with the steal. And pushing it out. Here's Los Angeles. George with no one around. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Right side, Batum. Count it. Good. Jackson's got the lead up to 10 now for Los Angeles. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they are forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed, but it's always existed. And the reality is this: you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is. Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
4 rotations. I mean, slow help and just not enough toughness on the interior. They've got a lot to talk about.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Giles is checked in. And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. And he banks in the layup. Lillard's got 10 points.
What more can you say about Lillard's gritty demeanor on the court? guess contact doesn't bother him.
George with the ball. Now guarded by Nurkic. Here's Zubac. And that one, good. Zubac has got the lead back up to 10 now for the Clippers.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Lillard up top. 10 points for him. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And busting it up the floor. Leonard showing a lot of energy on the fast break. If there's one thing he doesn't lack, it's hustle.
And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Man's checked in, and they'll keep possession. Lillard attacking Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
He creates so much offense. I mean, Lillard puts intense pressure on the defense to react.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And an intentional foul right there. Leonard the pass to Morris. Back to Leonard from outside the arc. Rebound by Nurkic. Trailblazers trail by 10. Three-pointer Lillard. They get it back. Back to Nurkic. Shot clock at 5. Lillard outside. His three-pointers off the mark.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Los Angeles with another miss. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. And here's McCollum for 3. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got his 4th assist in this one. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's his first foul. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Harry Giles. Jones checked in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Leonard finds Rondo. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Leonard and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
We don't talk much about his defense. I mean, Cantor has been much maligned for his work at that end. But he's been making a better effort.
And it's Anthony with the ball for Portland. 7-point differential. Simons surveying the D. Cantor, the pass to Simons. Anthony dishes to Cantor. Powell against Leonard. Goes back up. Goes up again. Cantor, the pass to Carmelo. Leonard against Powell. The dish to Cantor. Here's Simons. The Trailblazers rebound. And staying with the play, Anthony.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Outside Rondo. There's the pass to Oturu. Outside for Rondo. Up top Morris. Covered by Anthony. Here's Mann. And again, unable to change momentum here. And it's sent back by Morris.
Oh, just fantastic defense from Morris, getting right in the face of the shooter and coming up with the rejection.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Simons, the pass to Cantor. Outside Anthony. Here's Jones. And the layup is good.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
The third quarter comes to a close. Los Angeles Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Trailblazers trail by 5. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth. Enes Kanter is out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Norman Powell. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Anthony in at the 3, the small forward. Charity stripe shot. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
Gets the look he wants and still no luck. Tough night for him.
And Batum kicks to George. Batum passes to Zubac. That one drops for him. And the Clippers lead by 7.
This is the kind of teammate Batum is. You like seeing him share it like this.
Lillard against Kennard. Back to Lillard. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
Oh, yeah, difficult finish, but if you expected him to back down, you better think again.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Kanter, and McCollum subbed in for Anthony. George against Powell. George passes to Zubac. Nurkic with the block.
Oh, this is the impact Nurkic makes on the defensive end. Effective at reaching out and stifling shooters.
McCollum finds Lillard. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Lillard's got 5 points now in the quarter. The Clippers in the lead. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Here's George. Great D that time from Nurkic. And it's Paul George with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Clippers making a change here. Leonard's checked in. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. To take the lead. And that's good. Damian Lillard for 3. Lillard's got the lead up to 1 now for Portland. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And, you know, you go back to that horrific leg injury in Vegas back in 2014. And Paul George hasn't just made it back to the NBA. He's come back a better player. And Yusuf Nurkic, missing a whole calendar year not too long ago, was still involved with the team during that stretch and was a fixture on their bench.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Nurkic. Hey, bro, you had some wild shirts on the sideline. I couldn't even watch the game. You was over there dizzying cats up. But I know you were doing your thing, but he would use clothing to call out other players, teams, and commentators. Nurkic doesn't mince words, and I'm glad he's back and playing.
Leonard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Covington with the steal. He's got a clear path. Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
Oh, an agile defender. Like seeing Covington take risks and go after steals from time to time.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Anthony's checked in for the Trailblazers. Morris inside. Defended by Covington. Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Morris. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Portland. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. And now the fast break. George with the ball. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. And the Clippers lead by 1. For Portland, they've gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Here's Lillard. And Lillard throws it down.
That's why you give Lillard the rock. When it's an important possession, you know he's going to rise to the occasion.
And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That is his first foul of the game. Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. Batum comes in for Morris. Here's Jackson. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Oh, and Jackson is a guy that loves the contact, especially when he's shooting the ball.
Now a timeout called by Portland. They're ahead by 1. There's 1:40 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Damian Lillard.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Coffey's checked in. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Terry Stotts talk to his team during that timeout. He told them, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls, getting to the basket. We have to give it all right now. Kevin?
Thanks so much, David. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Los Angeles. Lillard dishes to McCollum. The second chance effort. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws. The coach's challenge has been issued. A team like this, out of the wire, this is what it's for.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to make a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double-checking, and the game continues on.
Jackson passes to Leonard. Here is Zubac. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good. Zubac has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Nurkic kicks to Lillard. There's a minute left in the fourth quarter. Back to Nurkic. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots the 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
With all these three-pointers he's missed in the first half, I mean, he's becoming a weight around the neck. Somebody tell this guy to be more unselfish.
And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance. Leonard with the ball. Now Anthony defending. Here's Jackson, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on Enes Kanter.
As a kid, Jackson saw a lot of the world. His dad was in the Air Force, so he lived in Italy, England, North Dakota, Florida, Colorado. He was all over the place.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Lillard outside. Lets it go with a 3. The putback. It drops. And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
Look at Enes Kanter maintaining that competitive energy. Finds a big shot to keep them in it.
Leonard. Count it!
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Now a timeout called by Portland. They're trailing by 2. 5 seconds left in the fourth. What's your take, guys?
I don't think they should be greedy here and think about a triple. With this much time left, I'd attack the basket, get a high percentage shot in tight, and take my chances in overtime.
Seconds left in the fourth quarter. And here's McCollum for 3. No good from 3-point territory. So it's the Clippers take. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's all happening in... Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA. And they've got a few injuries on their bench. Less options, but we think not too big of an impact for them.
2 injuries, one of their stars out, but it's all about how you respond to the adversity.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Batum in at power forward. And for Dallas, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Josh Richardson out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 spot. And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. Now George, 5 to shoot. Outside Batum. Jackson passes to Batum. Back to Jackson. Clippers moving the ball around. Second shot opportunity. Zubac tips it back in.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it?
Definitely. You're not going to make plays like that unless you expend the energy.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's Batum. And that one's good, George.
You know, Batum is not just a scorer. He's a really good all-around player, very effective at finding the open man, too.
Doncic against Jackson. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And so just over a minute and a half played.
I remember when Doncic was first asked, who is your favorite player? And, boy, he did not hesitate. LeBron James.
Hey, Greg, for guys of his generation, that would be the answer for 80 to 90% of them, and with good reason. How about these quotes from Doncic? He said, if I dunk on LeBron, I can retire. But I like this one a little better. He said, LeBron can play in a lot of different positions. I can too. But for me to be like LeBron, I have to work much harder. That's a guy who knows his stuff.
Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
And here's Leonard from three. It's rebounded by Porzingis. For Dallas, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Richardson, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And, Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Dwight Powell's checked in for Maxi Kleber. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Dallas. Redick comes in for Richardson. Gets a hand on it. Great positioning on the putback.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a sixth sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
Now here's Cauley-Stein. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Rondo kicks to Kennard. The dish to Patterson. No doubt, Greg, you are known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul. I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. Clippers leading by 4. Rondo scanning the floor.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Cauley-Stein goes in. Got a piece of it. And now the Clippers on the break. Now here's Brunson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. It's good on the putback.
Boy, Powell showing you great aggressiveness that time, fighting hard to come up with that offensive rebound.
On the wing, Morris. There's 39 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Inside, tries from 10. They get it back. Patterson. Tries again. Tries yet again. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Patterson's got 5 points so far. Mavericks trail by 4. Brunson the pass to Redick. Back to Brunson. The pass to Cauley-Stein. Here's Powell. Shakes him. And he lays it up and in. Powell's got his second bucket.
Dwight Powell really showing continuing confidence in his inside game. And I think he's only going to get better down there.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Los Angeles up. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. Guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, they've got J.J. Redick. Maxi Kleber is out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Cauley Stein in at the center position. Now here is Hardaway. Back to Doncic. He doesn't hit that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Mavericks trailed by 4. And Porzingis, here we go. Pass to Hardaway. And it's good, 2 points.
Boy, you cannot let Hardaway Jr. get going like this, guys. I mean, once he's in that rhythm and flow, it's bad news for the defense.
And where Finney Smith really made strides last season, his consistency from range.
And you know, Greg, it was really his defense, the work ethic he brings, the effort level. I mean, that's always been there. I watched this kid play in college, and that's always been part of his package. But as an NBA wing, you've got to be able to knock down shots and help space the floor if you want to find your way into the lineup. And to Finney Smith's credit, he's done that and has become a valuable part of the rotation.
Mavericks making a switch here. Richardson's checked in. Here's Doncic. That evens the score.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Now, here's George. 5 points in the game. Here's Zubac. Nice D from Porzingis.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
The Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Doncic with it, and Batum picks him up defensively. Porzingis kicks to Kleber. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Now here's Jackson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And the Clippers miss again.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
Richardson, good.
Boy, Richardson has a sneaky mid-range game, folks. Keeps the defense off balance.
Here's Jackson. On the wing, Batum. Jackson kicks to George. And nothing is falling for him right now. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Doncic leading the charge. And the dunk by Doncic.
Boy, he's so dangerous in these situations. Doncic just has a good sense for what he needs to do based on the situation.
Now, here's George. He's got 5. And George with the stuff.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long?
Boy, that was a great dunk, and we've got a great game here.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Here's Coffey. Jackson passes to Zubac. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Outside, George. That's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
And George is very capable at knocking down difficult shots. I mean, because of his size and stroke and ball handling and his added strength, he's able to shoot over good defense and knock them down.
A different look for Dallas. Dwight Powell's checked in for Maxi Kleber. Redick comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. The wide open look here for Porzingis. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
Dead-eye shooting from them this quarter.
And you know what? The frustration for the defense is mounting because it seems like they can't miss out there.
Now here's Rondo. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
Yeah, Rondo really knows how to maneuver his body, contorted in an effort to draw fouls, and so effective with that.
Here's Brunson. This is it to Powell. Back to Brunson. To the middle. Outside for Redick. Leonard with the steal. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. On up the court. Chalk up 2 there. Kennard's got his first points of the game.
Well, you know, Rondo's a multi-time league assist leader. If you're open, he's getting you the rock.
Rondo against Brunson. One second left. That's tipped.
A capable defensive player. That wingspan of Batum's really an asset in blocking shots.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Mavericks lead by 2. And a chance now to send it over. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the 3rd quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome back from the first half. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. Their field goal percentage was a robust 50% in the period. And that does it for our halftime.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Without question, George displaying his skills today.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Wallace is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Oturu in at the 5. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. And that one's good. Leonard.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Count it.
Nice work inside by Cauley Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
Here's Mann. No points in the game yet for him. Left side, Leonard. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Well, constantly finding lanes to the basket, getting great looks inside.
It's good.
So far, so good to begin this half. They're 3 for 3. Perfect.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the 3rd quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Mann passes to Kennard. Dishes it to Leonard. Leonard on the wing. Pass to Mann. Here's Oturu. And he comes up with the deuce. Oturu's got it all tied up now for Los Angeles.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Basket counts.
That would be 4 in a row for them now as they have come racing out of the gate to start this second half.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Now here's Kennard. Burke covering.
And you gotta love the effort. I mean, he battles just as hard on the inside as he does on the perimeter.
It's good.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Man passes to Oturu. There's the dish to Morris. Now the pass to Oturu. Cauley Stein grabs the board. Mavericks leading by 4. Guys, a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys? And they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
And here's Leonard from 3. But they get it back. The Clippers get another chance here. They shoot again. Mavericks with the rebound.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Here's Hardaway. Good work defensively by Morris. Clippers trail by 4. Leonard attacking. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Terrific score there off the miss by Morris. Doesn't get a ton of offensive rebounds, but making that one count.
Runs in the pass to Cauley Stein. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
So hard to guard, really, without fouling. Leonard is an expert at forcing the issue and getting the call.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's foul number 2 for him. George is checked in for the Clippers. Paul George with the steal. And George with the stuff.
Hey, it's one thing to have the physical attributes, the length, the athleticism, to play good defense. But the other part of it is the instincts. And George thinks and feels things defensively as well as anybody in the league. And really excellent instincts at that end of the floor.
Here's Redick. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. For Dallas, they've gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Proving that he's more than just a shooter now. Redick, when he sees a lane, he takes it.
The Mavericks shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
And here's George. 11 points in the game. Outside for Batum. Outside, George. Just 3 on the clock. Off target with that shot.
You know, you can't ignore the effect Redick's defense has on that possession. I mean,
we're at the end of the 3rd, and we've still got a close one. It's Dallas up 3. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
It sure is. I mean, he's a maestro. Great vision, terrific IQ, everything you want in a point guard.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. And it's Redick in at the 3 slot. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks.
Boy, that's big-time concentration from Batum. Able to battle his way through contact and still get the finish.
Here's Doncic. Count it. And he'll have a chance for a 3-point play. It's on Rajon Rondo.
he has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Mavericks?
Boy, guys, I really like how they've driven the ball to the basket in this game. I mean, they've been very aggressive with it.
Yeah, and something else they've done all through this one is knock down the mid-range jump shot whenever they've had the chance. And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they've just got to keep on keeping on. Keep drawing contact, attacking, getting to the line. That will certainly give them a chance to get back into the game.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Dallas. And then for Los Angeles, Ivica Zubac has checked in for Patrick Patterson. And Kawhi Leonard subbed in for Rajon Rondo. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his third foul of the game. Doncic looking it over. To the paint. Here's Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Tell you what, for a young player, Doncic has already shown tremendous skill and feel for the game. Beautiful floor awareness there.
And George, here we go. Porzingis with the block. Doncic outside. And he uses the glass on the layup. Doncic has got the lead up to 8 now for the Mavs.
Boy, you look at Luka Doncic, and it's clear. He's got the entire package, a full repertoire, especially at the offensive end.
And Leonard gets it to go.
Boy, he's been a different player here in the second half, looking much more comfortable on the offensive end.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And that 4th foul, guys, might force him to scale back the aggression from a defensive standpoint. He does not need, nor does the team need, number 5.
And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis. And the Mavericks lead by 8.
Boy, you look at Porzingis. This guy is very skilled, and you give him those kind of looks, he'll cash in all day long.
On the wing, George. Shoots from the line. Misses off the right iron. For Dallas, they've gotten absolutely red hot shooting the ball here in the 4th. A perfect 6 for 6.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Mavericks leading by 10. And the shot goes in. Richardson's got 4 this quarter. Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I tell you, John's got a heart of gold. Anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
Right wing. Leonard with the steal. Now the Clippers moving it up. Batum leading the charge. No problems knocking that one down.
On balance, off balance, squared up or not, Batum has a way of knocking it down.
Up top, Doncic. Guarded by Jackson. And it's in there.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
And no let up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
Jackson passes to George. Kicks it out to Leonard. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Rajon Rondo's checked in for Reggie Jackson. They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well. And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Mavericks.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And Kevin, they had great penetration
this time out.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Luka Doncic.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Rondo gets the bucket.
You know, with Rondo's tenure in the league, he's been around now for over a decade and a half. He continues to give you flashes of that burst.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Inside, here's Finney Smith. And the call on the shot. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
So we see the Mavericks get the win here. We are nearly...
Kevin, thanks very much. Nikola Jokic.
Sure is. Thanks, D.A. Looking now at the lineups for both teams tonight. Some names out of action.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
And the Clippers starting five. Batum is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's Paul George. And it's Zubac in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Denver, Porter is out there with Gordon. Then it's Will Barton. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Murray in at the one.
Well, Kawhi Leonard, still one of the hardest working players in the league. Active on the offensive glass there.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for Denver. He feeds it to Gordon. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. Leonard with no one around. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. On the wing, Gordon. Defended by Batum. Here's Murray. Pass to Jokic from 13. Nice jump shot. Good.
And just paying attention to the details and makes great reads offensively. Jokic is so comfortable with the catch and shoot.
Now, here's George. Fires the three. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Here's Murray. Here's Jokic. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Sometimes he seems to be indestructible with the finishes he can make. Jokic is a force down low.
Now here's Jackson. Pass to Zubac. Outside, Batum. George passes to Zubac. And he's off on his first shot of the game.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Porter dishes to Gordon. Denver passing it around. No good from 11 feet. And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 1.
Well, you can't help but think of the dunk contest robbery with Aaron Gordon. Didn't receive max points on some of his dunks that clearly deserved it. Said he's done with the event after the last go. And I can't say I blame him.
It's hauled in by Gordon. Nuggets have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Porter passes to Jokic. Back to Porter, 20 feet out. The Nuggets get it back in a new 14. Jokic finds Gordon. It's deflected. Up top, Zubac. He's covered by Murray. Zubac, the pass to Leonard. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
And with the dunk contest in Aaron Gordon, some of the dunks he pulled off, Greg, were outstanding.
I mean, going over Taco Fall was the big one. The one-handed windmill was impressive as well. Gordon doesn't need a trophy. Everyone knows he's one of the best dunkers we've ever seen. And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And the pass to Jokic. The shot from the low post is good. Jokic has got 6 points.
Plays a rugged game down low. Jokic's toughness adds character to the identity of this team.
Rondo dishes to Patterson. Leonard on the wing. Back to Patterson. Here's Rondo. Off target from 3-point range. There's the foul. It's on Patrick Patterson. That's his first foul. And the Clippers making a change here. Nuggets have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Passes it to McGee. And the slam dunk by McGee.
And that is a great move off the baseline and a big-time play at the basket.
A great, fantastic reverse dunk. Had to get up high for that one. Leonard. Rebounded by McGee.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
Kennard finds Leonard. And again, no good by the Clippers. Here's Dozier, Millsap, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still. And we caught up before the game with Nikola Jokic, who had a few thoughts about how...
Selfless. I mean, you need to cure.
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And from what we've been watching, guys, with the Nuggets, what are you seeing out there?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, Rajon Rondo is out there with Kennard. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Patterson in at the 5 spot.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Kennard against Barton. Offside Rondo. Feeds to Patterson. Excellent D that time there from McGee.
You will have to finish harder than that if you want to convert in traffic.
Campazzo. Back to Barton. Campazzo. It's Barton on the wing. Lots of room. No good that time. The Clippers go the other way with it. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Well, we talk about not wasting any time. How about Patrick Patterson on the catch and shoot?
Now here's Barton. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. McGee inside. Patterson's there.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Outside Rondo. There's the dish to Patterson. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. That 3 off the mark.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
It's stolen by Morris. Now the Clippers moving it up. Here's Leonard. He kicks it to Patterson. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. And a wide open look for Rondo. Off target with his 3. Denver leading by 4. Millsap with it. Guarded now by Morris. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Shot on the wing, and that one drops for him.
Well, just so good at taking advantage of the mid-range. Marcus Morris feels comfortable in that area.
And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That is his first foul of the game. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Murray surveying the D. From 12 feet out, Porter finds Jokic. Jackson against Murray. The kick out to Porter. Pass to Jokic. Shoots over Zubac. And the basket by Gordon. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
Man, there's so many guys that, you know, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table, but in reality, they got to fill some roles, right? And, you know, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are 3 names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
Jackson kicks to George. It's deflected, but he gets it back, and he hits it to tie the game up. George has got 5. Nuggets have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Murray against Jackson. Porter passes to Murray. Here's Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
George looking over the floor. It's hauled in by Jokic. Jokic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Gordon with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Deflects the pass. Here's Jokic. The three-pointer no good. And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Trailing by 2. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Murray kicks to Jokic. Back to Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
You gotta feel comfortable when Murray is working the pick and roll. His shooting, speed, and passing all are next level.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here.
And with their offense sputtering, coaches gotta get them back on track.
And to me, they're just taking too many tough shots. And when they do get an easy one, the confidence just isn't there.
Just 4 seconds left now here in the second. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Mann's got the game tied up here for the Clippers. Oh, big time! And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Denver.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. They're in good position at the half after a second quarter that was dead even in score. And that'll about do it as we get ready for the...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
They've got Porter, Murray out there with Will Barton, and there's Gordon, and it's Jokic in at the center. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half. Here's Zubac. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Don't you love it when you've got a small forward who can pass the basketball just like Paul George did there? Makes it look easy.
Denver in the lead. Murray outside. Jokic kicks to Gordon.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
The Nuggets shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
And the Clippers making a change here.
To me, Aaron Gordon has all the tools you'd want from a player on the rise. Very good establishing chemistry with his teammates, and all the necessary attributes are there to take a big jump.
And again, the turnover by the Clippers. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Denver. Morris is checked in for the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard comes in for George. The Nuggets leading by 4. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. Porter looking it over. Murray outside. 6 to shoot. Can't connect from 13 feet out. Clippers trail by 4. Puts it up from 15. Morris, no good. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Wide open shot is on the money. Jokic has got 11 points.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Pass to Coffee. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Leonard against Barton. They double him with Green. Tries it from 19. Outside for Rondo. For Murray. Los Angeles with another miss. Nuggets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Porter passes to Green. Jokic with it. And it's sent back by Morris.
Well, Marcus Morris, the frame and the length to block shots. That's pretty.
To the middle. The pass to Jokic. And he makes that one.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Rondo kicks to Leonard. Will it go? Rebound by Murray. Denver leading by 9. The tray. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Got a piece of it, and he recovers it. Nuggets have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Murray dishes to Green. They get a hand on it. Now the Clippers moving it up. Rondo with the ball. Count it, and the Nugget lead has been cut to just 5 on the basket from Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard very comfortable in catch-and-shoot situations. This guy is so good even without a dribble.
Murray, the pass to Green. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Marcus Morris picks one up there. The Nuggets shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. 2 shots. Good on both.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Outside, George. It's stolen by Green. Clark right side. Picked him clean. And now the Clippers on the break. Here's Jackson. No good there.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backcourt. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
The Nuggets have looked good at the line. They're perfect in 4 attempts. That one is off. Paul Millsap's checked in for Jermichael Green.
At the line for 2.
He hits the second from the line.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
Outside Jackson. The 3 from George. And it's Denver with the rebound. McGee's got his 6th rebound on the night to the inside. And it's slammed in by Millsap.
And one thing about Millsap, he knows his role in this offense. Good shot selection from him on that one.
Here's George. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
The Clippers have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
Well, Paul George smack dab in the middle of the prime of his career, and maybe underestimated is his drive to win.
Campazzo, guarded by Jackson. Campazzo. Shot clock at 5. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. It's Reggie Jackson with the rebound. And now Batum pushing it up. No one back to stop him. That one goes in. Batum's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
Every team looking to get easy ones in transition.
We call that one the do-it-yourself kit.
How many times have we seen Millsap throw it down? We've known about his leaping ability for years.
And so it's Denver in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're leading. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Denver leading by 8. Our 4th quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Paul George. He's out there with Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the 3, the small forward. And here's George for 3.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Gordon, the pass to Jokic. Campazzo. No good off the back of the rim. Clippers trail by 10. And here's Morris for 3. And stolen by Murray. And here's the fast break. Jokic leading the way. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. George with the ball.
You allow Paul George loose in fast break situations. He's an absolute force in the open floor.
On the wing, Gordon. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Outside for Murray. No good from outside.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
On the wing, George passes it to man. Kennard on the wing. Man passes to Okuru. And that one is hammered home.
And way to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Jokic with the bucket. Jokic has got 4 points this quarter.
And this is why Jokic is an all-star, all-NBA caliber talent, because of his ability to dominate in an effortless fashion.
And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. The Nuggets leading by 8. On the wing, Gordon. Back to Murray. Pass to Dozier. Outside for Murray. And again, Denver no good.
Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in.
Leonard, and the layup falls.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
Denver's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Down low, stolen by Zubac. Inside, here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Now, Kawhi Leonard makes dunks look easy. That ball looks like a grapefruit in his hands.
Outside, Gordon. Now here's Murray. Dozier passes to McGee, and the slam dunk by McGee.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. To the paint, here's Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
How about the timing? Can be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. They've led by as much as 10. Pass to Dozier. To the inside. Here's McGee. And it's McGee with the jam.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. Outside Leonard. Bucket is good.
Let's remember this is a former Finals MVP. He will not blink in the biggest of moments.
Denver leading by 4. On the wing, Gordon. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Murray.
Wow, what a time for a turnover. Shows you just how key one play can be.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Jokic is checked in. The drive by Rondo, and it's blocked. Jokic inside. Rebound by the Clippers. And they're on the break. Goes up. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Absolutely no fear. Kawhi Leonard welcomes these moments. He relishes these moments.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's his first foul. 1:03 left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Murray. Good!
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Okuru, the pass to George. Here's Leonard. A shot missing. Good defense by Jokic. Porter kicks to Jokic. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Well, this game separates the men from the boys. Aaron Gordon, big-time delivery.
Porter against George. From deep. Jokic grabs the miss. And it's the Nuggets ball. 6-point game. Right side, Gordon. Outside, Porter. No good on the triple. And Leonard puts it up from deep three. It's money from deep.
This guy loves to help his team space the floor. You have to respect Kawhi's range. He will make you pay.
And so it's Denver who comes out on top here. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it. And the Blazers couldn't have looked any sharper as they came through the tunnel. Every home game's a reason to get dressed up for these. Now it's headed down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
Well, guys, I'm very familiar with C.J. McCollum's cop.
He's certainly come a long way, D.A. Thanks. Here are the five for the Clippers. They've got Paul George. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. And there's Jackson, and it's Zubac in at the center. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 spot. Magnificent rejection. Covington kicks to McCollum. Lillard from outside. Cans it from downtown.
And when Lillard's hitting the tray ball, it really opens things up for him. As good a passer as he is, he becomes a major headache for the D if he gets hot from beyond.
Lets it fly. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by George. We have an awesome backcourt battle tonight, Steve. Let me ask, are we in a guard-centric league right now?
We are, Kevin. I mean, we've always had great guards, and they lead you through championships with their leadership and their play, along with the big guy. But what's happening right now, Kevin, the big man is playing like a guard. The skill level of these 7-footers to be able to shoot threes, dribble, pass. So it does seem like a guard-centric league right now because everybody can play that position.
Here's George. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
Nurkic. Second chance shot. The shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. George with the bucket.
And we're already seeing a little rhythm out of this offense. They've hit 3 out of 4 so far.
Outside Covington. Back to Lillard. And the rejection by Zubac. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Leonard, the pass to Batum. Clippers moving the ball around. Zubac trying to break loose. They get the rebound. That one doesn't drop. The Trailblazers have gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. Jackson against Lillard. The 7-footer falls.
No excuse giving Lillard that kind of positioning. That's just too easy.
Here's Los Angeles now. Jackson passes to George. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. To the middle. Zubac finds Leonard. Clock at 6. Back to Zubac. Count that bucket. Zubac has got his second basket of the game.
It's amazing everything Leonard gives you, including the eyes to find the open man.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard's still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in L.A., but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
Lillard against Jackson. Here's McCollum. It's hauled in by Zubac. Clippers leading by 5. Nobody near Leonard. He shoots again. Indeed, George drops it in. George has got 6.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Lillard scanning the floor. And George gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Jones checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Morris kicks to Kennard. Good D by McCollum. And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for Portland. 7-point differential. Anthony, the pass to Simons. Kicks it out to Jones. Jones slams it home.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Rondo passes to Okuru. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Here's McCollum. Here's Cantor. Kicks it out to McCollum. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Potent with and without the ball. McCollum is a tremendous spot-up shooter.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. Doubled by McCollum. Here's Oturu. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2. Trailblazers trail by 4. Rondo with the steal. And now the fast break. Rondo with the ball. Up the floor. McCollum against Leonard. He gets that one.
If you can't get Leonard a look inside, this is the next best thing. Terrific touch from mid-range.
And so it's Los Angeles with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. Back to the action after this word.
I think it comes from the...
And that's the kind of support, Greg, he gives his teammates on and off the floor.
And, you know, guys naturally trust him. They believe in him, and he typically comes through when they need him.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for the Trailblazers, Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then there's C.J. McCollum. Then it's Jones. And it's Simons in at the point. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Rondo.
One of the more instinctive passers over the last decade. Rondo quickly locates the open man.
Kanter, the pass to Simons. Back to Kanter from 11 feet away. That one a little long, and Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Powell, he's checked in for Portland. Los Angeles leading by 6. Pass to Kennard. Inside. Clippers moving the ball around. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Los Angeles. For Portland, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Passes it to Simons. Now the dish to Kanter. A shake. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Greg, is a broadcaster, who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who was my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
Three-pointer, Lillard. No good on the shot. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's Leonard. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. Catching up on the changes for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Kanter. And Robert Covington subbed in for Jones.
You know, when you look at the MVP race each year, most of the candidates were drafted in the top 5. But somehow Kawhi lasted to number 15.
Count that one. Nurkic has got his first 2 points.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Outside Jackson. Zubac finds Jackson. Back to Zubac. And stolen by Lillard. Fast break. Here they come. Powell, no one around him. And so the ball's out of bounds. Powell touched it last. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And it's Rondo with the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. On the wing, Batum. Lillard comes with the double team. Coffee passes to Oturu. Shoots over Lillard. And foul. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
So he gets them both. Trailblazers trail by 9. Lillard outside. Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. That one goes. Count it.
Shooting much better this quarter than last. You can see his confidence growing.
Outside Rondo to the paint. Oturu's shot is off. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Covington passes to Lillard. And that one, good.
Love the patience from Covington. Lets the situation develop and then delivers a perfect strike.
On the wing, George. Guarded by Powell. Coffey passes to George. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often. And you look at Robert Covington, first team all-defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
Back to Powell, just 5 on the clock. To the left side wing. Lillard with no one around. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Pass to Oturu. Here's Coffey. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 6th rebound on the night. Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
Powell finds Lillard. And Lillard throws it down.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Now here's Rondo. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. To the inside. Oturu. And the Clippers miss again.
My goodness, how about that miss? I mean, that's 2 easy points that they just given away.
8 seconds left in the second quarter. The 3 from McCollum. They grab their own miss.
Hard work and soft hands. Guys, that's what made that play possible.
No simple. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the end. After 2 quarters, it's Portland out in front. They lead by 1. Kenny, give us your tip.
You have to love.
And that'll do.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. Batuma's out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's George in at the 2-guard spot. So for the Trailblazers, Harry Giles is checked in for Nurkic. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Little in for Powell. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Coffey's checked in. Lillard the pass to Giles. Kicks it out to Lillard. Bangs home the trifecta. Lillard's got 14 points.
And part of what makes Dame special, he can pour it in working off the ball. Rare to see a point guard who finds points without the rock in their hands.
And that one's good. George.
He has done everything possible to keep his team in this one. What a performance from him.
Lillard against Jackson. Lillard attacking. Here's Giles. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Giles has got his first points in this one. The Clippers trail. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Here's George. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong, I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. Gets it to go. That one good from Giles.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
George way outside. Los Angeles with another miss. And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. The lead is 2. The pass to Giles. Makes it off the glass. Giles has got 6 here in this quarter.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Clippers have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Leonard dishes to George. And it goes down 2 points.
Proving how dangerous he is. Give George these looks, and he'll knock him down.
Pass to Little. Back to Anthony. There's the 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Morris passes to Leonard. And good that time.
Great rhythm on the catch and shoot. Kawhi showing us what's good.
The Trailblazers have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. Robert Covington's checked in for the Trailblazers. And Fernie Simons comes in for Damian Lillard. Down low. Six on the shot clock. The shot's good. And the Trailblazers lead by 2.
So good at the rim. A slow defensive rotation leads to the easy lay.
Rondo passes to Zubac. Morris outside. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Cullen passes to Giles. Kicks it out to McCollum. Back to Giles. Baseline try. And with the rebound.
Yeah, he's kicking himself. No defenders to be found in that mid-range area.
And that one is good.
One thing about Kawhi, when he's driving, he eats up real estate fast with those long strides.
Passes it to Simons. Portland moving the ball around. Pass to Giles. And there it is for him. Giles has got 8 points. Here is Rondo. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. 54 seconds left in the third. Out to Morris. Now the pass to Mann. And here's Leonard from 3. That one's not going to go. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Here's McCollum. In the corner, it's Little. Off target from outside. LA's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Leonard dishes to Morris. Outside for Rondo. Pass to Zubac. Outside Leonard for the lead. Again, Leonard missing. Portland leading. And Here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. McCollum with the ball.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
Outside Leonard. Over Little. Another miss by Leonard. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Trailblazers lead by 4. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. They've got Enes Kanter. Giles is out there with Powell. Then there's Jared Jones. And it's Nurkic in at the 5, patrolling the paint. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
Here's Oturu. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Kanter's got his 4th rebound in this one. Nurkic kicks to Jones. Nurkic the pass to Giles. Now Powell. Good work there as it goes.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
Just over a minute played here in the 4th. Man passes to George. Lets it go from the wing. Offensive rebound. Over Jones. Los Angeles with another miss.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Powell finds Nurkic. Outside, Jones. And Nurkic has it in the corner. It's Powell on the wing. Nice move. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Oturu's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Man passes to Batum. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing. And his defense, always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there, kind of a glue guy.
Lillard's checked in for Harry Giles. Trailblazers leading by 6. Passes to Powell. Back to Lillard. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the 4th. Powell for 3. Rebound by the Clippers.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
And he's able to get it back. And the shot goes down.
Bringing the intensity on the glass. If Paul George is out there, he's going to give it his all.
Trailblazers have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Back to Lillard. He kicks it to Nurkic. He dishes it to Lillard. It's Powell on the wing. Nurkic the pass to Powell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Lillard, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Nicholas Batum.
And when Lillard sees an opening, he takes full advantage. Skilled at drawing contact.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Luke Kennard in for Paul George. Nurkic against Zubats. Leonard on the wing. Over Jones. Zubats. It's good on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Lillard outside. Powell finds Lillard. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Clippers trail by 4. A 3 from Leonard. Here's Zubats. Takes it out to Leonard. A 3 ball. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
You know that he's always going to find a way to get the ball in tight situations like that and knock it down.
Lillard against Jackson. Lillard attacking, and Lillard throws it down.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
Pass to Kanaan. Inside. Here's Zubac. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
And I don't think he expected to get that good of a look. Poor communication defensively.
It's stolen by Morris. Here's Leonard. Yes!
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
That's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That'll be his second foul of the game. So for the Trailblazers, Robert Covington comes in for Enes Kanter. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Jones.
You know, Dame.
And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
Damian Lillard at the line for 2.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. Double checking, and the game continues on.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. He really got after him in the huddle. He said, look, you can rest after the game. You got to put it all out there if you want to win this one. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Marcus Morris has checked in for Nicholas Batum. LA has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Right side Jackson. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. George against McCollum. They get it back. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
The defense on George a little too tight there. But to have any chance against him, you have to challenge him.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Anthony's checked in.
Guys, that was critical. I mean, that's what we're used to seeing out of him, though, at moments like this.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Lillard attacking. Yes!
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
Leonard against Anthony. Left side, Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
I mean, unbelievable. It's one thing to be talented, but Kawhi is clutch as well.
Lillard from outside. Misses the 3. So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close one. They break the hearts of every fan. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up.